Good evening, Mustangs. Welcome to our new student orientation. My name is Dr. Tamara Baker-Drayton, and I am the proud principal of Wekiva High School. I would like to take a moment to introduce myself, as well as discuss some important information about student instruction for the 2020-2021 school year. I began my teaching career at Apopka High School in 2004, and since that time, have gained experience and knowledge as an administrator for a variety of OCPS schools, serving all grade levels from K through 12. I am a results-driven leader who will work hard every day to ensure that all Mustang students are provided a safe and nurturing learning environment. As we journey into a new school year, I would have to say that we are all experiencing change and uncertainty. The COVID-19 pandemic has required constant change and uncertainty when it comes to business as usual. Please allow me to reassure each of you that we will make every effort to manage state and district mandates and requirements to provide instruction to all students. This effort will involve face-to-face options as well as distance learning opportunities. Each family has been asked to choose the option that works best for your unique situation, and therefore we have been working very hard to honor your learning choices and the teaching preferences of our teachers, which is requiring a massive amount of moves. At Wekiva, we are prepared and available to offer assistance and support to our students. The faculty and staff are equipped to provide safety, emotional, and academic support to give each student the opportunity for educational success during the 2021 school year. Wekiva is committed to partner together and accomplish great things even in the face of adversity during these challenging times. I am hopeful that during the 9 days of the Launchpad kickoff, you will all begin to feel very comfortable and confident, and we will definitely be ready to welcome some of our students face-to-face on August 21st. Thank you for your patience and flexibility during this time. Just remember that we are all in this together, and as we continue to prepare our students for greatness. Thank you and welcome to Wekiva.
Good afternoon, good day, Mustangs. My name is Mrs. Talbert. I will be serving as one of your assistant principals, assessing the areas of science, U.S. history, and I will also be supporting discipline. I look forward to working with each and every one of you, students, parents, and staff. We are ready to move in the spirit of excellence. Go Mustangs!
Hi, good evening, Mustang family. This is Miss Miller, your Assistant Principal of Instruction here at Wekiva High School. I oversee and will assess the departments of ESE, ROTC, and Student Services, which is where your guidance counselors are housed. I am looking forward to a very productive year to work with all of you. Go Mustangs!
Hi, I'm Mr. Foster, Assistant Principal of Wekiva High School. I've been in Orange County Public Schools as Assistant Principal for 20 years. Here at Wekiva, I'm over facilities. I support ELA electives and our PE department. I'm excited about being here and look forward to leading our school to academic success by supporting our families and our students. Thank you.
Welcome to Wekiva High School, class of 2024. This is your freshman charge. As you transition from middle school into high school, please be mindful our start time in high school is at 7:20 a.m. We end the day at 2:20 p.m. on Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. On Wednesday, we start school at 7:20 a.m., but we end an hour early at 1:10 p.m.
Your school counselors are as follows. Miss Nestle will oversee all ACE students, Cambridge students, and students with the last name Alpha A through CAS. Ms. Johnson will oversee students with the last name Alpha CE through HALL. Mr. Marshman will oversee our students with the last name HAM through MCK. Ms. Diaz will oversee students with the last name alpha of MCL through ROL. Ms. Barreau will oversee students alpha last name ROM through Z, and Ms. Gittens is our college and career coach. As students transition into high school, we want to encourage all students to be proactive and get involved. By being proactive, we want you to speak up for yourself, ask for help if you need it, and be responsible for yourself and your items. Get involved, join a club, and/or participate in all school extracurricular activities.
As we encourage our freshmen to get involved here at Wekiva High School, there is an array of clubs and organizations to get attached to. Athletics range from soccer to water polo, football to basketball, and the list goes on and on. We have band and chorus, our ROTC, our agricultural science, FFA, and our amazing drama department. That's just to name a few. Remember, students and parents, studies show most students who are active on their campuses are usually more successful both academically and socially.
Some of our frequently asked questions are as follows. What kind of schedule should my student have this year?
The answer: your students should receive one English class, one science class, one math class, a hope class, and some electives. Parents and students, please remember, your schedule may be determined by your test scores, your GPA, and your requests for specific programs. Students and parents, we're doing our best to give your child their first choice, but that may not always be the case.
Another frequently asked question is, my child doesn't like all of the classes on their schedule. How can they get a schedule change? Do I need to set up an appointment?
And the answer is, students will have the opportunity to go to the Wekiva High School website to complete a schedule change request form. Once received by our Student Services Department, students will be contacted by their counselor. Please be mindful. Changes are still subject to get approval and are not all guaranteed.
Reasons for schedule changes are, let's start with our no's. We do not change schedules for lunch times, a friend's schedule because you want to be in a buddy class with them, a teacher request because maybe you want a different teacher, you change your mind, the course is too difficult, or the time of day.
Some reasons that your schedule will be changed is if you don't have a class for a particular class period. If you don't have a class that you need to meet a graduation requirement. If you already have a passing score in a course. If you're not scheduled for 7 courses. If you want to have an honors class or an advanced placement class. Or last but definitely not least, you did not pass the prerequisite to that course.
Another frequently asked question is, how many credits does my student need in order to graduate?
The answer to that question is, students going towards a standard diploma are required to complete and pass 24 credits in order to graduate.
Graduation requirements are as follows. Students, you will need 4 math classes. Of those 4, your algebra and geometry classes are state-mandated required classes that you need towards graduation. You will need 4 English classes, 3 science classes. Of those 3, biology is a required class, a HOPE class, which is like a PE class, 1 online course, a world history class, U.S. history class, American government and economics, performing arts and fine arts, and 8 electives. Passing scores on the 10th grade FSA ELA and Algebra 1 EOC exam is required.
Another frequently asked question is, if my student has a problem in a class or here on campus, What do I need to do?
That answer is step 1. The student should always take the initiative to speak to someone, an adult, at school. There are times when a parent will call and we are unaware of a situation. We may be able to take care of this situation that day if we are informed.
Another frequently asked question is, who do I speak to when I need help with whatever?
If I need help with grades or homework or makeup work,
The answer would be, you speak to your teachers.
if I need help with tutoring,
Our contact here at Wekiva is Miss Martin.
if I have a question about athletics, how to join, or paperwork,
Our athletic director is Mr. Biaggi.
if there's a discipline issue, a crime being committed, or some bullying going on that I know about,
I would speak to any assistant principal, or I would have the student speak to a dean or our SROs.
if I have a student with a faculty member, such as a teacher or a staff member,
Those issues are directed to the principal and the assessing administrator over that content area.
if I have a question about my attendance,
You would speak to Dean Dr. Brown Griffin or our attendance clerk, Miss Miriam.
if I have an issue or a question about my laptop, then what do I do?
You would go to the media center and speak to our technology specialist, Miss Gluckman.
If I have a question about a medical note or an absent note, where do I go?
You would go to the attendance office and speak to Dr. Brown Griffin and our attendance clerk, Miss Miriam.
What happens if I am late to school?
You will check in with our attendance office, and one of the members of our attendance team will check you in with a tardy pass.
What if I start feeling sick and I need some medicine? Where do I go?
Our school nurse, Nurse Woodruff, is always willing to offer a helping hand.
I lost my backpack. I can't seem to find it. What do I do?
You would go to the front office and speak to our school secretary, Miss Beatty, or Miss McGorian, who is at the front desk.
I have a question about my student schedule, my academics, because I'm not sure what my GPA is. Maybe I'm having a few issues with coping with a loss or a death of a family or a friend. What do I do?
To assist with schedules, our counselors are always available and willing to offer a helping hand. As well as any academic questions, they're going to have access to your transcripts and all of your test scores to give you up-to-date information on what you need to graduate. When dealing with areas of mental health, grief, anxiety, or anger, we have our SAFE coordinator, Miss Coffee Wilson, and our mental health social worker, Miss McGowan, on hand to assist working through these issues.
My mom wants a parent-teacher conference. What should she do?
She should call our student services department or the teacher directly. If it's a concern with one teacher, contact that teacher directly. If the parent wants to speak to all of your teachers to get an understanding of how you're doing overall, then that would be a contact to our student services department, and Mrs. Torres can assist with setting up a conference with all teachers.
So I just need some type of help because I'm having a conflict with another student on campus. What do I do?
Any members of our adult staff can assist with that, from teachers to deans to our SAFE counselor, our guidance counselor, the principal, and our assistant principals. All Wekiva personnel are here to help and solve problems with students.
Another frequently asked question is, how can I set up a meeting or a conference to speak to the teachers, administration, and or the counselor?
If you want to meet with one teacher individually, contact the teacher directly to set up the meeting via email or phone call. If you'd like to meet with all of your students' teachers, email or call our students' counselor or Mrs. Torres in student services. All parent and teacher conferences take place either virtually or on campus at 2:25 on Tuesdays. Again, counselors can be reached in person or virtually based upon parent preferences. If you're going to be more than 15 minutes late, the meeting will automatically be rescheduled for another date, and that counselor or Mrs. Torres will make you aware of that changed scheduled time.
If you have questions, please complete the Google form found on the school's website or the Wekiva Facebook page.
We want to thank you for your attention, but we want to make sure that you guys have all of the necessary resources to assist with this transition into our Launchpad platform. Please stay tuned for an OCPS tutorial for all parents to ensure that you can monitor your child's success and or concerns as they enter into the Launchpad platform for academic services.
Welcome to the Skyward Family Access Launchpad directions. We're going to explore the directions to access Launchpad so you can log into Skyward Family Access. You will first need to register for a Launchpad account. Once your account is established in Launchpad, you can then get to Skyward Family Access by clicking on the Skyward icon. Launchpad is essentially a portal that will control your access to Skyward, Canvas, and other OCPS parent software systems. As additional software systems are added to Launchpad, additional icons will appear. Please note that parent data is updated nightly from Skyward into Launchpad, so it will take at least one night after your data is entered in Skyward before you can establish a Launchpad account. You can contact your school to verify your data has been entered into Skyward. You can establish a Launchpad account by using an email address or cell phone number. Let's explore both ways. First, you will need to go to parents.classlink.com/OCPS. Select Using Email to establish your account using the email address you have provided to the school. Or you can select Using Phone to establish your account using the cell phone number that you provided to the school. A confirmation message will then appear momentarily. This indicates that a one-time password has been sent either to your email address or cell phone number. If you receive a message indicating your account information was not found, contact the school to verify the email address and or phone number on file. If you register using your cell phone number, enter the one-time password sent to your cell phone. Here is an example of a text message sent to a cell phone with a one-time password. If you registered by email, enter the verification code sent to your email address. Take a look at the example email. Once you successfully enter the one-time password, click Verify. It will take a few seconds for the system to establish your Launchpad account. Do not click Verify more than once. If you need the code resent, click on Resend One-Time Password. A confirmation message will then appear momentarily. After the final verification, you will complete step 4, which allows you to enter your full name and create a password. This is not your user ID. This will be the name that appears in Launchpad. When entering your name, please use your first name, middle initial, and last name. Take a look at the example provided. Your registration for Launchpad will now be complete. If you registered by email, you will receive an email confirming that your Launchpad account was established. You will then see and have access to all of the OCPS parent systems available in Launchpad. Here is an example of an email confirmation. Now that you've successfully completed the Launchpad registration process, let's take a look at logging into your Launchpad account. First, you will need to go to parents.classlink.com/OCPS. This URL will take you directly to the parent login screen as shown below. Take a moment to bookmark this page. This is where you will always log in the future. To log into your Launchpad account, enter the cell phone number or email address you used to establish your account. Enter the password you used to establish your Launchpad account. To log into Skyward Family Access, click on the Skyward icon. You will then be automatically logged into the Skyward Family Access system. Please refer to the Skyward Family Access documentation for use of Skyward Family Access. This documentation is located on the OCPS website. Once there, select Students and Parents, then select Skyward, select Documentation, and then select Skyward Family Access Documentation. After you have exited from Skyward Family Access, the Launchpad portal will still be active. Be sure to exit from Launchpad to ensure your session ends. You can click on the drop-down arrow in the top right corner of the Launchpad screen and select Sign Out. Once you are logged out, you will be directed to the Launchpad sign-in page. Do not enter a username or password on this screen. Click the green Parent Login button to get to the Parent Login page. Did you forget your password? First, enter the email address or phone number you used to create your account and select Next. For immediate access to your child's data, select Send One-Time Password. You will eventually need to set a permanent password later. If you have forgotten your password and you want to reset it, select Forgot Password. Contact your school if you are having issues. Schools have 3 steps they need to complete before submitting to the district for assistance. The cell phone number or email address being used must match what is in Skyward. If schools are not able to make the corrections, the service requests from the schools are being worked by district staff in the order they are received. This concludes the Skyward Family Access Launchpad directions.